Hello, this is Arcades, and welcome to a bit of a little fun video. A little bit of silliness here. Here on Stormworks Build and Rescue, and it's kind of a fun, did you know type of thing. So, did you know you can make a fish-powered boat? uh, yeah. They powered the boat. Uh, yeah. So I thought I'd go over some little fun little things I've noted while messing with fishing, and yeah. So, hope you like what you watch. Hope you enjoy what you see. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. It helps out the channel immensely, and yeah. Let's check this out. Okay, so if you remember, I made a video initially about the initial things about Stormworks, or the fishing in Stormworks. And, I put fish into into the hold of this ship that I had made. And, I carried around and they're pretty much just laying out there. Well, the thing is when you notice, when you pick up the fish, let me fish one up real quick. That was a horrible cast, but I don't care. And you notice we are actually moving because the bobber is moving, and there we go. And so I was like, and even when I did with the recent video where showing the fish behavior, I was noticing something. I felt like they were like pushing the ship upwards when they were trying to go up against the hoppers. And because I was like noticing the ship would always start bobbing up and down. I was like, is that really them or not? And I wasn't sure. And what the F was that? Like, you can see all the fish are trying to catch the lure right now, but we're moving, I guess, just too fast? Or something like that? Hold on. Yeah, you can see we're being dragged. I mean, look at the immense, like, school of fish just trailing behind. Because we're going that absolute fast. And it's funny because if I move around, they'll all freak out for a second and probably hit to the back of the ship and then start pushing it that way. As we have this wait, have they no, they haven't got scared. I thought they would have got scared and ran to the other side of the ship. Yeah, like there's the perch. We have some of the pikes, because I got like a number of fish down here. Oh, I got a fish on the line. Okay, so it has slowed down a bit. So essentially, I've got a fish-powered boat right now. Now, when you fish them up, you notice you get them, and they're kind of wiggling. Which means, they'd be alive. Now, the one thing I was actually wondering, because I wanted to see if I could make an aquarium, so to speak. And I went to toss it. Now, initially, I thought that wasn't possible. Normally, I try to drop them by hand into there, but I just fell in and let it go. So I was like, well, what if I get them down there before they stop wiggling? Because if you hold a fish in there long enough, and I guess the hoppers count as not being in the water, so to speak, so they eventually, that you toss them down there soon enough. Because I've got the tank full of seawater, or half full of seawater. And, yeah, so, now, my real question is are they considered alive because they're in seawater? Or are they considered alive because the level of the seawater on the outside And then, I just, as you'll notice, like I said, they just wiggle. Now, if you hold them long enough, or I guess if they stay in the hopper long enough, they stop wiggling. Like, you know, they die, I'm assuming. I can't get out because the ship won't stay still enough. There's too many live fish in here. Anyways, so, yeah. So I think it is actually possible to build an aquarium, but you gotta kind of find a way to stock it from the game's Lua add-on. This is getting interesting. Yeah, they are just pushing me around. Yeah, they are. Alright, let's see if it is the water level. I think I have an idea on how to test it, but I need to get on the ship first. Okay, let's just say I got a little creative with the tsunami and got the ship tossed up on land. So now we are above the water level. And, as you can see, all the fish are in the tank currently. Or still in the tank, I should say. So I want to see if they survive while the boat is above the waterline, so to speak. I mean, they instantly take off. Yeah, I would actually like to see, like, an aquarium, like, mentality with them. So if they're in a contained space like this, they would just swim around like they were out in the water. Instead of just trying to rush up against the nearest wall like this, trying to run away from you. Because I think it would actually make a pretty cool, like, you know... But, you know, that could be used to really take advantage of the fish, you know, when trying to catch the fish, so to speak. This tank was not meant to be moved around in, it was meant to be, trying to... Yes, I know, I need to make a ladder to get out. Anyways. Okay, so if you by chance know this, this is the K1 underwater, you know, base, and it has an interesting spawn related to the oil rig, and on this seed, which was unintentional on my part, but it just ends up spawning, like, right near the surface here. So I was going to try out, I tried out fishing underwater, so to speak. And what I mean is, well, you'll get to see here in a second. First, I wanted to try to see if, how well it would work trying to fish through one of these doors. Problem is this is slowly filling with water. So it will go out there. Trying to find the lure where it landed at. Okay, that's not where I was expecting. It's kind of weird because it, like... Now, if I get up close to the edge, so the tip is outside, it will then... Did it get back inside? This is contradictory to what I was having happen before. So as you see, small problem. Doing something to break this edge will cause this thing to flood like crazy quick. Alright, so I'm here in the moon pool area of the thing, and there's an interesting effect when you go try to cast. So it gets into the water, and it sits there. Sometimes it'll bounce off the layer that's created by the door, but otherwise it will work. And yeah, you'll get stuff like that. But if we go outside and look, there are fish that will come up to it, but due to the sounds of the place, they'll eventually like turn away. I don't know if it's a case of the pumps or what's happening. But I have seen them when I was testing earlier for this, like they're just pushing up against the walls. So the structure will affect the quality of how well this will work. Now here's the other thing. If you get up against a wall and then you bring the fishing rod out, you notice part of it will spawn outside. We've seen that happen with like the boat earlier, but if you cast it like this, it'll go floating straight to the surface. Because there's enough line for it to do so. That's the problem with this shallow positioning of the base. It's interesting, they're actually biting at it, but I haven't seen one take. Normally they take pretty within 3 or 4 bites. Oh, we got one. Let's see what happens when we try to reel this in. Okay, this is getting rather interesting. What is going on out there? Oh, the lure is jammed up against the wall. There we go. As you can see, it just goes swimmy swish. And I just let it go. It goes, plops in the water, and swims away. So. Alright, so, yeah, I thought this would be a fun little video. I was doing some little experiments with what I could and couldn't do with the fishing rod. And, yeah. So, yeah. Hope you enjoyed what you watched. Hope you had a good time. You know the deal, you know the spiel. This is Arcades, signing out. Have yourself a good day. I'll leave a link in the description for the base if you're curious. So you want to try it out for yourself? Yeah, so have yourself a good day. Yee!